Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though.
Welcome to the show. Let's get this party started.
I'm out.
Hopefully, y'all had a great day today.
I'm out.
It wouldn't be allegedly because he was charged.
Welcome to Speak. I'm out. Welcome to Speak. I'm out.
Why, those must be some good wings.
I'm out. Who You With Kirk, dog.
Welcome to Speak on the Kurt Dog. I'm Kurt Dog. Yeah, we are live tonight. I know it's been a couple of weeks, but it's been a trying week. Waiting for my girl. She having a little computer issue to come on in, but that's not what I'm trying to do. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about a couple of things tonight. We're not gonna hold you too long, but it will be strong. One thing we're gonna talk about tonight is Roe versus Wade. Yeah. It's important that we get out and vote because we don't need people in office that's going to make decision for a female, and they not a female. So we're going to hit on that tonight, and also we're going to talk about Robert Crimo III. That's the dude that did the mass shooting up in Highland, Illinois, Highland Park, Illinois, and I'm going to talk about him and the signs that was there beforehand. So we're going to hit on that. And then last but not least, and whatever else you want to talk about, we're going to talk about Jayland Walker. If you follow me on social media, I've already expressed the way I feel, just like I feel about any other unarmed black man getting killed. It's definitely not a easy thing because I'm a black man myself, just in case you didn't know. That could have easily been me. Not saying the situation that happened was good, but at the same time, it's some of these cops are trigger happy. So we're gonna hit on that too. Welcome to the show. T Cal is in the house. Thank you for always supporting the show. Say hey y'all, happy Thursday. I miss y'all. We miss y'all too. Miss Risky should be in here soon. She came in, but her computer froze up on her again, so she's probably resetting it. We miss y'all. We tried to get on. I know when I went on vacation, I said I was gonna broadcast live, but I didn't do it. I didn't get a chance to do it, unfortunately, because they didn't allowed the software that I used to stream on the ship. So we're gonna talk about that too. Which I had a hell of a birthday. Thank you to my beautiful wife for uh, hooking me up. Big 50. I don't feel a day over 34. But we're gonna talk about that for a while and see if Miss Risky can get in. Radio Chaos, what's going on? Happy Thursday to you. And my brother from another mother, straight out of Canada. Thank you for always tuning in and supporting the show. Oh Lord, I just felt the cold front come through. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Mr. Marcellus Smith. What's going on, Marcellus? I know it's been a while. Hey, tell your brother I said congratulations. Ain't nothing like true black love. I appreciate it. I watched the videos yesterday, so I appreciate it. Uh, that was a beautiful wedding. So thank you for always supporting the show as well. And praying for you because I know you said you're going back to school, working 2 jobs, and going back to school. So we need to have you on the dating. So need to have you on here for a dating and see if you can find that soulmate. Then T Cal, speaking of radio, Marcellus, radio. See, we all family here. If you're just not tuning in, we are live tonight, and you can join us in the chat. You can live chat with us. You can also I don't know why Um, my monitor is not working. Oh, there it is. You can live chat with us, and also tonight you can actually call in because I want to know how y'all feel about Roe versus Wade, the mass shooting that happened 4th of July, and also Jayland Walker. Um, want to know how you feel about it. Um, and some of the um, and the mess that is going on down in the border also. So we're gonna talk about that too. Look like my little sister made it up in the room. I see some movement now, and she have a good signal string. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready. Come on. I no, you gotta put it in the camera frame. I can't. Oh, you gave me all 10 fingers. See how she do me? She just don't follow instructions. Don't tell I said that. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Risky, what's going on?
I mean, apparently nothing. Can you hear me? Because I'm on my phone.
I
'Cause,
figured you was on your phone because it's kind of small. Yeah,
I
but
mean,
we
Google Chrome is not cooperating today.
hey, uh, might need to go to you know what? Uh, go incognito, and that might do it. That's what I do when I come on
On my
here.
phone,
No, on your computer, or your computer's just not working.
I don't have any web browsers.
Oh Lord, they ungot you. See, they must knew we was gonna be talking about folks tonight. So,
I think my job, the virus that was going around, like it's still shutting us down. We're in week 3.
oh wow,
Um, because somebody downloaded something and then get this. So IT found out where the virus came from and let them keep using their computer and it reinfected us. Like
and
cut them off. Cut them off. Like everybody's working from home and they probably got it from a porn site.
I was thinking that, but I wasn't gonna say it. I was like, okay,
I
uh,
mean, but the fact that like we were up and running for like a second and everything went down again. Like we still can't print checks.
oh, it's some mad folks out there.
Well, no, I mean the ADP still prints like the main ones, but like if somebody's termed or if somebody's missing hours, okay.
Mm.
Well, your manager should have put your hours in.
Hey, we'll get you when we get you.
Yeah,
uh,
like pretty much.
well, the thing is, now I know you started off kind of in the middle, kind of give
Yeah,
the
where are you?
background.
Because I'm pulling up. Like I can get on not Explorer, but one of them.
You can
But
try.
I can't get on Restream on that web browser.
Do
I can only
what's
do it on Google Chrome.
try Duck, that web browser.
What?
Duck. That's the name of it? Duck. It's a web browser that's
Never
supposed to
even
be
heard of it, and that sounds like I would have to download it. And right
no
now, ain't
no ad.
nothing doing anything to add new things. Oh wait, looks like Google Chrome is doing something.
Uh, you might have to go and get in front of it, twist it on, try to crank it up like
Now,
old
I just
Chevy.
letting it do what it do because it just popped up. Like I hadn't been clicking on it for like 10 hours, so I'm probably gonna have 10 Google Chromes, and then I
Oh
have to
Lord.
delete some of the pages so I can get on one of them.
God, save the one that you able to get on. But I was just going through welcome everybody. I know it's been a
Mhm.
while. We been off for 2 weeks. Well, it's been a busy 2 weeks. So we haven't been off chilling, as you can see, for the last 3 weeks. Miss Risky had some issues at the job. Um, been working at home, right? Oh,
No,
I'm
I've
not.
been in the office.
Oh, I thought you said everybody working from home. Oh,
Well, they are, but I had to go in because, I can't
oh,
do anything from home if the system's down. So I can't, clock in or do whatever. I have to go in and, you know,
manually do those
do
checks.
manual stuff.
Matter of fact, you work Monday, so
I worked all week
oh
in the
Lord.
office.
Well,
I'm
hey,
so
I feel
tired.
you.
I can't work like this.
Hell, the good thing
I
wasn't
can't
nobody
go to
one.
9 to 5 every day.
Hey, I feel
I'm
you.
spoiled.
Uh,
I'm rent.
when Marcellus came in, I had said, "Oh Lord, we got a cold front coming through." That's why you talking about that, not a cold front. um, but his brother just got married. I think it was 2 days ago or something like that. But congratulations to him and his beautiful wife. Um, so everybody is basically speaking to everyone. If you're just not tuning in, please take the time. If it's your first time, let us know where you are listening at, and um, please chime in. And oh, I don't see your picture on it yet. Let me see. Oh, there you go. You got a card right in the middle. Oh, your phone. There you go.
Yeah,
Um,
gotta get in when I can.
I feel you on that, and also so I was talking about our trip. Matter of fact, I did. I was able to FaceTime. Well, not FaceTime. Facebook time or video chat with Miss Risky while we was on our cruise to
Yeah,
let her know.
yeah. He caught me off guard.
I had to call her twice, and then she sent me a message. Oh, it was 3 times. She sent me a message talking about why are you calling me?
Like, well, not even calling. Like, calling would have been fine,
Video
but
calling.
you video called. It's just like coming to somebody's door unannounced. You can't just spring a video chat on somebody.
I
Like
don't
I
even
was
know.
working out on the bike and all sweaty and nasty, and and here
Then
he comes. Like I'm gonna be like, yeah, I will take it.
then I was like, well, I was trying to show you the room, show you our view. Can I um video chat with you again? She was like, I guess. I
Because he kept
guess.
calling like a stalker dude.
But it was wonderful. Great cruise, great. I'm still trying to recover from the cruise. And then it been the 2 weeks. So but
Yeah,
we're
I can't
getting
wait
back
for
into the
mine in about what 30 days. I think I got
hey.
32 days.
Oh,
Maybe less.
yeah, it's coming. No, it's less than that. It's like the in a well, let's next month. Next month, you have a
Yeah, the
cruise coming.
first week.
So, but man, so what else is going on with you? Anything new before we get into these stories?
No,
Cause
still trying to get my hustle on. Ain't nobody I have no feelings on anything. Like nobody's reaching out. Like we got this trivia game we're trying to sell, but we're still trying to get the trademark. And Gertrude, that's what we call the old lady in Austin or Houston that does the trademarks. They talking about 6 months. I was like, but we gave it to you like 8 months ago, and then had to resubmit it. But I think because the name of the game, I'm just gonna say it is Black Academics. I think they're holding it up because it's got
the
black in the
name,
name.
the name, the name.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
just the trivia game. It's just we're just playing around with it, and then still trying to sell my script. I haven't re uh, resubmitted it to the companies that I reached out to at the beginning of the year, but I'm just trying to get some things done.
I
Sell some
feel you.
pictures of my feet, something. I need some cash. I need some extra cash. I got things to do.
Did you ever get your package?
My who?
Your package.
What package?
The one you was waiting on, the one that someone lost.
Oh, that it was just a rejection.
They could have saved that damn money and called you
Like
on
for
the
real.
phone,
Like for real.
email you. Ain't
Right.
that a?
Like I've never like so I sent my stuff out, to a bunch of agencies, and it had been like the beginning of the year that I sent it out. So I'm just now getting responses now from people. And all of a sudden I get a alert that I'm getting a FedEx, and they delivered it. But they said they left it in a locker, not even a mail room. So I was like, well, maybe they left it on the side of a parcel locker. I don't know, because we have those. If it had been left in the locker, I would have gotten the code. Didn't get that. So it's nothing in the mailbox, nothing at the lockers, nothing at my door. So, I do my due diligence and look up who sent me a package. And it was one of the agencies that I sent my script to. So I'm thinking, well, maybe it's good news because they're sending it FedEx. Because any other rejection is email or they just return it. So I called FedEx and they just lost it. I called the agency and they just resent it. And it was just a rejection letter. It was like, oh, we don't take unsolicited works. Well, that's not what your site says, but whatever. So they did all that.
It wastes money.
Yeah,
But
because them FedExes aren't cheap. And it was like quick. It was like a 2-day service.
so do I need to cancel the GMC I was gonna get? Because I figured you
You can
had
get
a
whatever you want.
well,
It has
I
nothing to do
figured
with me.
you had the strip, and we're about to start going into money. I'm
We?
like,
You got a mouse in your pocket? See, that's
now
how
do I
Hammer
have to?
ended up broke. Listen, I gotta help myself first, and then family, and then maybe the little people that I'm gonna conveniently forget.
Well, I'm family. We are family. Hey, radio
I
ass,
cut
what
off
cruise did
family. I will cut them blood ties. I don't care.
radio ass what cruise did I take? I actually went on Virgin Voyage, which was the first time on that cruise. Wonderful, wonderful. If if
Oh yeah,
you are
and I need
if
to
you
talk to you
are
on the side. I need a second job, and figure out how you got the other one. Because my sister and I, I'm trying to get my hustle on some way.
hey, shout out to my sister who been twisting my arm for about 4 or 5 years, and I decided to do it. So if you have travel plans coming up, holla at me. Holla at me, and we can make some things happen. So you ready to uh oh, I'm just not reading your text about your phone.
Clearly,
I'm I'm looking like, why you texting me? Why you didn't send a private message? But so
it's not what he
Virgin was
does. He ignores me, but I'm supposed to drop everything for him. See, this is how it goes.
I'm the oldest.
You sure are.
Yeah.
Did I say
Um
that out loud?
hey, I'm proud of my age. Someone tell me, look at all that up under your chin. Somebody told me oh, my sister, because I sent her a picture, and while we was on the cruise, and she was like, what is that all up on your neck and on your chin and stuff? I'm like, look, I don't mind showing my age. Yeah, I'm 50, and I will not dye my beard. So um
Yeah, I don't dye my hair. And I had a family member, one of my aunts. She was like, "You need to color your hair." Why? That's why people are disillusioned about women's ages and thinking, you know, 30-year-olds or 40, or 50-year-olds are, older than they are. And it's like, no, it's like we still got it going. We're not like little Gertrude knitting and sitting in a rocking chair at 45. Like, no, we're dipping it and doing it.
exactly. So but radio, I'm telling you, if and anybody, if you'd never been on a Virgin cruise, I forgot what day it was. it was that much to do, and we're already trying to book another one for next year. Talking with some of my neighbors, and they like, hey, can you set up a date for we can all go on a cruise? I'm like, I'm ready. I'm ready. So it was great. Um, but are you ready to get into these stories? Because
Sure.
it's so much to talk about, and I know it's kind of crazy. This happened a couple of weeks ago. Roe versus Wade, they overturned it. Um, I don't understand people want to control another human being body. That don't make sense to me.
Well, the fact that
And
they're using the Bible as their basis for these laws, which shouldn't have happened because of the First Amendment. Like, you've just undone everything. Like, now, what are the amendments for? Like, what are those for? The Constitution and all that stuff. You might as well just throw them away if you're just going to negate everything because, well, I feel like we should do this because that's my personal opinion. Like, just throw it all away and start over from scratch. And then we vote on it, like we do everything else to see what, the consensus is. But you can't just throw away women's rights because that's going to lead to a domino effect, like of other issues that's going to be affected.
and
Like,
and
it's
go
crazy.
ahead. Um, the thing is, everybody do not, most women that have abortions, they don't get it just for the hell of it. You don't know the situation. Some women are not capable of carrying a baby. I read a post after this was overturned, and this young lady, who baby was by her doctor, um, the baby is eventually gonna pass away inside of her, or it's gonna die shortly after she have the baby. And to have uh to carry a baby stillborn that long, and it's nothing you can do about it.
And we have horrible mental health treatments, because postpartum is it's a real thing.
Yes, it
You
is. Look at Andrew Yates. A lot of people don't remember that story.
but she killed like five of her children. Was it four or five?
Sh it was a lot of them. She
Yeah, like
drank them
all of
all
them.
in a tub. Andrew Yates.
But this is what kills me about the whole abortion law. They're focusing on that one part, abortion, and it's not just affecting that. They found a trigger word and they ran with it, but it affects so much more. Like you stated, if a woman is like maybe miscarrying or has a stillborn or her health or the child's health is in danger, guess what? That hampers the treatment because now it's illegal. You miscarry. Well, what now you're going to be put under scrutiny. Well, how'd you miscarry? You know, but it now they're talking about contraceptives because that's going to be effective because that was one of the main things. It wasn't just abortion; it was women being able to prevent themselves from getting pregnant. Because everybody's like, oh, it's God's will that you get pregnant or you lose a baby. Well, guess what? If you take away the contraceptives, the condoms, birth control, guess what? Viagra needs to be on that list because it's God's will your dick don't work. Yeah, I said it.
Mhm.
It
Hey,
don't
you
work.
gotta say it how you mean it.
Yeah. You age out. You don't need to be having babies at 80 years old. Stop.
Exactly.
And now they're bringing up maybe they need to start doing mandatory vasectomies because that can be reversed and it's only a 30-minute procedure. You can be
Oh,
up and running. And I know, men, you thinking about cutting your parts, but think about, it's either that or have a woman, carry your child that you don't want. But guess what? If I find out I'm pregnant after 3 weeks, you paying half of all my costs. I'm sorry. It's a baby. You count it as a baby. And guess what? I want a tax write off. I need half of the medical treatments for my baby that I have because it's a child. You stated it's a child. All right. My little zygote is a living creature. I want payment. I want child support for a baby that may or may not make it to full term. So that's the door you just opened up. And I would utilize all of that. And then here's the kicker, all this is because there are no more white babies being born. And they know that most of us don't get the best health care. You know what I mean? Like we die at childbirth, during childbirth and all that stuff because nobody really treats us the way we need to be treated. And so, guess what's gonna happen? You ever since the Kardashians, everybody wants swirly babies. You ain't gonna have no white babies. These white women aren't having white babies; they're having mixed babies. So, congratulations.
because they want their good hair.
No, they just want swirly babies. It's the white women that's having these black men's babies.
Now, you mentioned something, and I thought about a dumbass comment I heard about the fact um, sh- I cannot remember what the food name was that compared Roe versus Wade to keeping the kids safe in school.
Huckabee, the one with the
It
crazy
it
eye.
might it might
So she was
been
talking about we want to make the kids in the womb as safe as the kids are in the classroom.
yeah, and I'm like
They
that
getting
ain't
shut
working
up.
out.
They getting
That
bullied
ain't working out.
at all every other week.
And unfortunately, some of these folks that are doing these mass shooting, how you just drunk that drink?
They're supporters of the saxophonist. I'm not going to say the other instrument.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
All of them. NRA subscribers of the taking full advantage of the gun laws.
That was so ghetto of me. What?
Huh?
I'm sorry. I I don't know what in the hell I was thinking. I just threw a piece of gum in my mouth.
Pretty soon you're going to be like getting the peanuts and just be like, it's like you're getting a little too comfortable, Kurt Dog.
Be like, you know what? And
Clearly, I don't eat. I'm like, I know it went somewhere. I don't know. I eat my peanuts
well,
like this. I don't do all that.
what's crazy? My wife and I had to go to San Antonio this past weekend, um, and on the way back, we decided to stop by Roadhouse, grab some food on the way back. And Roadhouse is known for their peanuts. Well, since the pandemic, they put them in bags. So I'm like, shoot. We walked in, I grabbed a couple. She grabbed a couple. I had to go to the restroom. I go back in, I grab a couple more. I'm like, well, they there. So on the way back, I'm eating a bag of peanut. I'm like, I just don't like the skin on them. For some reason, I don't like the skin on peanuts. I'm like,
Yeah, I'm not into peanuts. I think because I ate them so much as a kid, because they were always around. And I was just over it. Unless it's in a peanut patty, I'm not gonna eat a peanut.
yeah.
I can eat every other nut. like cashews, pistachios, cashews, dems.
All right, you're gonna get charges
uh,
brought up on you.
uh-uh. And it's consensual. Ain't no R. Kelly situation up in here. No Bill Cosby. It's all consensual.
Um, Radio said if they take Viagra away, Ted Cruz is the Yeah.
Well, all their cool hearts are, because they get these young tenderonis with their money and thinking, and then the women try to trap them. Well, if it ain't gonna work, guess what? Why are you gonna stay there? Because now there's no incentive. Because usually they have them anchor babies, to lock them in, for lifelong funds, and they're not gonna have that anymore. So it may benefit these old gray hairs. But again, I think we need to change these laws and get rid of all the gray hairs and these lifetime appointments, because they are so out of touch with reality. Because
Now, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
because this right here, if they can go after something that you know was a part of the Constitution and stuff like that, what else are they going to go after? Interracial marriages, that's going to ruin a whole nation. Gay marriage.
They
And I
talking about
mean,
gay marriage now.
all the things. They're bringing up so many things, and it's like, it's scary. Like, we are, it's like, where does it end? And how do we stop them?
Well,
Like, how?
I'm like this. I know we talk about voting all the time on the show. Voting do work. I don't care who you are, where you are. If you are registered to vote, you need to get out and vote every election, because if you get out and vote, it can prevent laws from like this happening. Uh, because we have a dumbass governor. Um, he signed the law. Well, he signed the law. Um, I know when they passed it, it said it was certain things they would allow abortion to happen, like if a incest, stuff like that. He signed the law. You can't even do it then. Then on top of that, he turned around talking about we're gonna get every rapist off of Texas street. And I'm saying to
They can't even
myself,
give out a government. Come on now. Because they shut Ghislaine Maxwell up because she was naming names, and we ain't heard not one name from her list. They gave her
exactly,
20 years and then locked her away. We were supposed to get that list because there's too many high ups, celebrities, and government officials. I mean, we already know Prince Andrew was one of them. So they
exactly.
got a part of the royal family. It's everybody. And so they were like, oh, it's too many U.S. government officials. We're going to back away and distract. Oh, yeah, let's overturn Roe versus Wade.
And they
Like, we
did
always
it.
doing the most.
They did it before the sister was sworn in, because it probably would not have passed. I don't know for sure, but I'm sorry. I felt like I was in school again.
We saw they were just showing it.
Had to. I felt like I was smacking with the gum in my mouth, so I had to pull it out. But
That's what she said.
okay.
It never gets old.
So I'm like this. Do not fall for this foolishness that Greg Abbott is talking about, or any other governor, any elected officials. They only trying to please a certain group of folks for they could get reelected. That's all they're trying to do. If you listen to Greg Abbott, you will realize he talk nonsense. He'll say one thing, come back and do something different. And he never take blame for anything. Never take blame for anything. So on our way back from San Antonio, I got an alert. He tweeted this, tweeted that. I looked at it, but then I started reading the comments. I didn't need to make a comment because they tore his ass up. I think I sent it to you. Um, some of the things they was talking about Greg Abbott. I said, boy, I don't need to say nothing. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry.
Called you continue. But I also sent you something because regarding this matter, and it was funny how they said that even if, say, a woman or an entity is brought up on charges, for abortion or miscarriage or something that goes against their laws, they're going to review it legally case by case. And that got me thinking, it's like, which cases? Because we already know how they treat, people of darker varieties. Like, we'll have a book thrown at us, and then poor little Sally Ann, oh, mental defect. She didn't know what she was doing, dismissed, you know. So yeah, that one right there, when because there's a lawyer somewhere in Harris County. I think I forgot his name, but he was talking about he would help out anyone who was brought up on charges, but they would review it case by case.
Yeah, the first time they hear Shaniqua guilty,
Right.
they
So
hear
that's dangerous.
they hear Amy. We need to see her.
Right. We need to sit her down, maybe get some counseling because she's going through a lot. She lost her child.
And then on top of that, think about it. Back in the days when you heard about um, babies being born in the restroom or found in a trash or something like that, a lot of them didn't look like me.
Mm,
That's
no.
why they. That's why the fire station started having a safe zone. They
Yeah, they weren't thinking about us.
giving you permission to be able to drop the baby off with no issue. Now the thing is, you also have to think about the foster care.
Yeah, they'll
That's
snatch
another thing
our kids away from our homes,
for they can
for
adopt them, but
yeah, right. They'll snatch a little Shaniqua's child in a quick, fast, in a hurry. Um, but yeah, usually in those cases, like they had them, maybe they're in a bad situation and they're struggling to care for those kids. But like, if they just get wind, oh, something ain't right, they'll snatch a kid,
exactly,
and the system is just not made for minorities. It
exactly,
is not for our benefit. Everything
exactly.
is towards the lighter variety.
And a lot of them is like you said earlier. A lot of them is upset because a lot of their daughters are going after the chocolate.
Of course, sexual chocolate,
Eh,
or the Latin lovers. They're having like these swirly babies because it's in fashion, or they're athletes and they trying to solidify their position in life. But yeah, Paw Paw and Mama gonna get a rude awakening when they see them little chocolatey babies.
And then on top of that, it kind of remind me of life.
Whose bed is this
I'm
chocolate?
that baby papa. I'm that papa boss.
That's hilarious. But
um,
oh, another thing I saw on TikTok, because I'm starting to have a presence on TikTok. Someone brought up, how if you have a felony, you're not, you're no longer able to vote. You lose your voting rights. Um, so if every woman who is brought up on these charges of, either miscarriage or abortion, they lose their vote. That's so it's like, are they intentionally trying to squeeze us out of the voting pool? I mean, you're going to lose a large minority of your majority of your voters.
well, uh, in a sense,
And that's if they
and
go after the women for that.
well, have to look at it like this, because if you are a felon and if you paid your dues, a lot of states will give you your rights to vote back, but they not finna
Yeah,
come
but
and knock.
over time,
Yeah,
but
once
if
you
you
pay all
get,
your
it's
dues, you can
like,
get it back. But
but how
they
long is
not
that?
they not finna come and knock on your door and say, "Oh, you paid all your dues, you can get your rights to vote back." They
Right.
not gonna
'Cause-
do that.
And then like
So
Shaniqua will be like, "Oh, I'm going to vote. Oh, well, you weren't eligible."
exactly, end up going to jail.
Right.
And
Over
unlike
something you
some of
shouldn't
our
have been arrested for to begin with.
counterpartners, they get probation, but Shanae, they gonna get 5 to 20 years in prison. So, and some of our counterpartners knew they was doing wrong by voting for your dead mother, voting for yourself, and then turn around and say, "Yeah, I knew it. I just wanted Trump to win," and then get probation.
Right.
There's something wrong with that picture.
And a
So,
casserole. Oh my gosh, she's going through it. Let me make her a casserole.
with some raisin in green beans and raisin. That's a hell of a combination.
Yeah,
But the
that's why they
bottom
got
line,
IBS.
huh?
Huh?
Never mind. um, Bottom line is definitely get registered to vote, get out and vote, because the thing is, don't listen to these naysayers that say your vote don't count. Yes, your vote do count. The only time your vote don't count is when you don't vote. I vote for every election. I don't care what it is. I think since I was 18, I probably have missed maybe 3 elections I didn't vote. And that's because I probably during the time when I was driving trucks and couldn't get back in time. Other than that, I vote every time. Every time. I don't care what
Okay.
it's for.
But we need a better pool for Democrats. Democrats, come on, bring us some decent candidates because this one that
What
we got,
he
thank
he he's I feel like he's gonna do okay because a lot of people is pissed off at at Abbott. A lot of people pissed off because here it
but they're
is.
not even going to be looking at that.
I know they're
That's how
gonna be
we
looking
got him, the other one in the first place.
exactly.
Is they overlooked, you know, the woman because they were like, we don't like her character, and then we ended up with a
And
buffoon.
because she was openly gay also.
Huh?
Yeah.
Who are you talking about?
Uh,
I'm talking about Clinton.
oh, you talking about the president? Oh, I'm still stuck in Texas. I'm thinking of the
No,
last governor race.
I think I was speaking too much code.
I'm look. I tell you, I'm still recovering from the cruise, and it's been a hell of a work. The
I
last
was
2
like,
weeks been hell of.
Hillary came out. When did that happen? I knew she was strong, but I didn't know she was.
Well, say she finally said, "Hell, Bill did it all these years. Allegedly did it all
I'm
these
gonna go
years. I
after
might well
Monica
go out
myself.
once."
See what
But
Monica's all about.
but before we 2 things. Um, I remember years ago, it was someone here in Texas that wanted to make a law that if a man masturbate,
Hmm.
he should be brought up on charges.
Well, I mean, they bringing up biblical stuff. I mean, you shouldn't be spilling your seed. Now,
Exactly.
let me
So
find out. I want my $5,000 for every infraction.
you'll never be broke because I'm just saying you'll never be broke
Listen,
because
you hang out the right spot. I'm going to a truck stop. I'm gonna be like, choo, I want my cash. I caught him. Like you
yeah.
have a bunch of women peeping toms. Ah,
But also we have to keep in mind what I was saying about Greg Abbott. He'd never take responsibility for anything. Um, it was a truck that had what 60 people or something in the back of it or something. A lot of people in the back of it that came across the
What did
border.
you?
The first truck that
Okay.
happened last was it? Yeah, last month. But first thing Greg Abbott did was talk about Biden protecting the border. Well, Greg Abbott, wake up,
And this is
get
after
prepared.
a shooting that we had.
Exactly. How can you blaming him for protecting the border, but you are the governor of a state that is
Yeah, every
next
other
to
week.
a different country? And what you have to do, because the Republican have been in charge for many years here in Texas, ever since Ann Richardson um, was the governor. She was the last Democrat governor we had, and I was a teenager then. So the thing is, it's on your watch. Take credit, take responsibility for your actions. And the thing is, stop blaming other people. That's one thing they kept saying in that tweet I sent you on Sunday. They was tearing them up, saying, "No, this is on you. This is
Mhm.
on you."
Yeah,
Seemed
this
like
is your area of expertise, sir. He's
it
got
was
things,
like
other things to worry about, and this is your locale, sir.
exactly. It was like every 20, 25 response, you'll see somebody supporting Greg Abbott. That's why I said I don't have to say
Now,
no more.
those are his bots, his
Oh,
people
okay.
that, because like in the office, if
After
you
so
see
many,
like on Glassdoor a bad review, somehow there's like random good, review,
yeah,
and it'd be like so out, out in left field, and it's like, wait, what? That's a bot or somebody's paid to put that in there.
yeah.
So yeah, it's
But
just stupid.
I'm gonna challenge everybody here in Texas, all across this uh, the U.S. We need to set a record on voting come November. We need to make sure we need to have, and I know I'm gonna set this bar high. I know we're not gonna get past 50%, but I would love to see at least 98% people get out and vote.
Yeah, I ain't gonna have it.
I know it'll
Because
it'll
just
never
because of
happen.
situations, and they're making it harder for certain kinds of people to be able to vote,
Closing polls
whether
down.
it be right. It's like if
That
you don't
should
have
tell you right there
transportation,
your
it
vote
just
count.
well,
That should
yeah,
tell you right there your vote count, because they closing polls down in Harris County. So yeah, we need to get out and vote and make sure we send uh, Greg Abbott a message. All them up. Okay, you don't want no squeaking when you're leaving.
yeah. It's
Uh,
like
um,
I almost pulled up that video again.
but yeah, we need to get him out of office. That's all to it. It's time for him to go. Not only him, because we ain't forgot about Dan Patrick. He need to go too. He need to go.
All
Oh,
of them.
let's talk about the well, he been charged, but haven't gone to court yet. Haven't been found guilty yet. But Ken Patson need to go too. He need to get out of there. Sid Miller need to go. Need to go. Board of Education here in Texas. Gotta go. Gotta go. They want to teach about they want to teach certain things about slavery or something, but they don't want to
No,
talk
they don't
about the
want to teach
truth.
it at all. That's the problem. They don't. They want to sugarcoat it and be like, "Oh,
Yeah,
they were
sugarcoating.
indentured servants." No, now it's
Ooh, I
diamond.
almost I almost cuss old fashioned style.
Yeah,
uh,
it's like, they had term limits. They when they were done with their servitude, they knew who they were and had their language.
and they
We
were
were stripped
sold
of
off or
everything.
killed.
We
They were
couldn't even
sold
speak our
off
own
and
language.
killed. And then on top of that, since they talking about uh, the white race, Roe versus Wade, let's talk about the fact that how many? of our sisters, grandmothers, mothers that was rape during that era. Let's talk about who is it? Thomas
Or
Jefferson
those
got a
or kids, like because men love a little young tenderoni, and so now you're forcing a 5 to 18-year-old girl to carry an unwanted child.
which is
And
crazy.
I mean, it's getting younger and younger. Like, all the chemicals in these food products, and these little girls, they can have babies as early as 5 and 6, which would traumatize me.
I
Like,
remember growing up. Um, it was and this happened a couple of times. Like a 8-year-old girl got pregnant. It was so surprising that they actually talked about it on the news. They was angry about it. How could this
well,
8-year-old child get pregnant? Well, it's some sick folks out here. R. Kelly, sick person.
yeah, he never seen a light of day.
Hey, I
Oh,
I I seen somewhere they got a group talking about supporting R. Kelly. Fuck R. Kelly.
no, did you see the thing that was posted online? Because the internet, I swear, they are undefeated when it comes to stuff
Oh,
like that.
talking about when they
Yeah, he
aged
was in a
him.
jail cell.
Uh-uh.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to. Can you hear that? So
No,
this is
not
bump
away.
and grind.
Okay.
Sing along. With a little bump and grind. With a little bump I don't see nothing wrong.
That's his future.
And so Big Bubba had him singing for him.
I'm talking about sing it. I don't see nothing wrong.
Big Bubba had him singing. Um,
Probably gonna braid his hair and everything.
and also Radio, you are right. Uh, nothing would surprise me with what this court would try to do. Um, because they've been stacked to do whatever they want to do. And that's the scary part about it. I know it's a petition to get rid of Uncle Tom, Clarence Thomas.
They tried to warn us in the 80s. I remember.
Yeah, and right now there's over 1 million uh, people that have signed the petition to make him step down because his wife had played a big part of this. So that means he's sharing information with his wife that should not be shared. And
And
his
not only
wife,
that, his teammates is everybody who approved this, they need to be benched. They need to be
yeah,
thrown out because there's no way. Again, you went against the First Amendment and made a law based on religious beliefs. Not everybody has the same religious beliefs. Not
exactly.
everybody believes the same thing. Like, we're supposed to be the land of the free. Like, or where'd they go? Like, I'm all, at this point, it's like we need to have like another storm the Capitol, but for the right reason, because our rights are being violated. You
Well,
know.
we don't want to say storm the Capitol because if
Yeah.
it's us involved, it's not going to end the
Well,
same.
right. Well, no, this is an attack on women. And it's like it just boggles my mind. Like, when does it end? We need to start over with the government. It just needs to start over. Start
We
anew.
need we need some fresh meat in there because didn't you mention on the
Thomas
last
Jefferson.
show said it should be
Every 19 to 20 years, they should revamp the laws to go uh, uh,
to
to
update them for the
represent
standard?
the generation, because it changes. Like, we're not fighting with muskets and doing civil wars. That was back then. A lot of things that the laws that were created back then were for that time. We've progressed since then, and our laws need to reflect that.
And the thing is, a lot of people, if you just tuning in, you are listening to Speak on It, Kurt Dog and Miss Risky. It's Thursday night. Now the thing is, Miss Risky is a history major. She love history. She do a lot
I'm a
with
history
history.
major.
Well, hey, yeah, you know your history. So when it come down to the history, she's on point with it. And then on top of that, maybe we need to start a campaign to push to start making this, uh, hold them accountable, like like it was written. Every 19, 20 years, need to change it. So
Mhm.
we definitely need to do that.
Yeah, no
Um,
more lifetime appointments. And then every 4 years, like we do the president, every part of the Congress, legislature, whatever, we're gonna see what have you done. What
yeah.
have you? We reviewing you. Do you do you need to stay in this position? If not, you out next.
And that's just like in Canada, like Radio Chaos said, was basically up in Canada, if a politician don't do what they say they was gonna do to get in, they recall.
And that's what we need to
They
do.
they would recall and get them out of office. I think that would stop a lot of this foolishness, and let's come together and say, you know what, no, we not dealing with this no more. But some people, they so accustomed to wanting to do, just go with the flow. No, this is not the time to go with this flow. This is the time to let your voice be heard. And the best way you can do that, register to vote, get out and vote. And if you have a felon, check with your state. If you paid all your dues, check with your state. You can get your voting rights back. But they not finna come and knock on your door and say, hey, would you like to vote again?
All right.
You gotta do the work. Now we giving you the information. Go to vote.org. And if you can, I did it before where I went in and just kind of put some things on there, the worst case scenario. And it would have gave me my voting rights back. It depends on your state. So definitely go to vote.org and do it. Um, I know we're gonna try to stay on schedule
Yeah.
because
Nice.
we're gonna try, but it's a couple of more stories we need to hit on. Um, oh, radio did say there is no code of conduct that the Supreme Justice have to abide by. Doesn't make sense at all. You're right. It doesn't. Everybody need to answer to somebody. And
Exactly.
we
And you
are
can't
the
have people
people.
making laws for for the people, but oh, we're immune to it. It doesn't apply to us. Yeah, we can't have
Exactly.
that.
We are the people, so why not, uh they need to answer to us. You got in office and you don't do what you're supposed to do. And I'm like this. I've tried to pay attention to the finding of what all Trump undid and say, I want to know, what are you gonna do about it? You know about all this BS. What are you gonna do about it? Are y'all going to charge this man? Are you going to charge the folks that was part of it? It came out that he basically grabbed Secret Service and tried to grab the steering wheel and all of this. What are y'all going to do about it? Y'all just going to talk about it? Let it be known? That ain't nothing. You should have impeached his ass, and that would have solved a lot of it. Now you need to arrest his ass. But the chances of that happening is very slim. Why? Because he set up the Supreme Court. But if we got out and vote, he wouldn't have had that choice. Let's make limitation on the Supreme Court. It should not be a lifetime
Yes.
uh, position. They need to be changed out. Laws change all the
Yep.
time.
And then
So,
also these when you retire, if they're representing the people, we don't get 100% of our wages when we retire. They shouldn't either.
hell
They
no.
and all the stuff. No, You regular
So
now. You get paid regular, unless you want to adjust everybody else's.
see, I don't know why I keep putting myself in this situation. Every time I laugh and Miss Risky is saying something, it's because I read a comment the radio had put up. And I say all the time, I'm not gonna read this comment, I'm not gonna read it until I'm ready to read it. That's why I'm keeping his comments up there so long, for I won't forget about it and then I can mention it. But trust me, I'm not laughing at what Miss Risky saying. It's the comments. And that might be what Trump tried to say. I was lunging for a hamburger that the Secret Service agent was holding,
See
and a
what
Diet
happened.
Coke, and a Diet Coke. Uh, but they said he wanted to go down there and march. He said in the speech he was going to march down there
March
with him.
where?
At the state capitol January 6th last year.
March down the stairs.
Oh, I'm sorry. He was
He
gonna
ain't got no
he was
stamina.
gonna he was gonna drive let Secret Service drive him down there because his ass wasn't finna walk that far.
Listen,
But
he wouldn't make it a block.
next thing you know, you start seeing orange streets on his face, kind of like Rudy Giuliani when he was sweating and that dye was turning.
Oh my
And
god.
let's talk about that fool.
No, we
Allegedly.
gotta stay on subject because we got two more stories.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, yeah. Let me change up real. Let me change. So that's our opinion about Roe versus Wade, but it's take all of us to make a difference in it. Get registered to vote and vote. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I'm tired of hearing about mass shootings. I'm tired of it. And here it is, 4th of July. They were celebrating. I had a thought. They were celebrating the 4th of July, and someone out of the crowd decided to, and Miss Risky, if you can get the picture up that I sent you, that you asked, what is that? uh,
Yeah, because it had no context, and I was like, I don't know what that is. And I
uh,
did say what. I didn't know what that was because it looked like a fake image of some sort.
but the thing is, um, this guy right here, Robert Crimo III, he was the mass shooting. He did. Um, um, said he did do it. He pled. Did he plead guilty for it,
This
or
is him. He was dressed as a female to
dressed as a female to leave
yeah, yeah,
after the mass shooting? I thought it was. Oh, let me stay on subject.
yeah. Stay on
Um,
subject because I got some things I want to add to it.
but here's the problem. Now I think they said, how old is he? 23.
Old enough to know better.
Well, the thing is, the problem I have, I think it was 4 or 5 years ago when he was underage. He was underage, and his family called the police because he said he wanted to kill all of them. Police come out, investigated, said nothing wrong. He's 21.
And
So
then see,
this
and that's
happened.
what I wanted to add to it because there's one of the things was that I guess everybody and the lawyers are saying there were no red flags for them.
Bullshit.
Right. And so he, like they said, he legally purchased the weapons. And then, but here's the kicker. So his father supported his application for what is it, the firearms? What is it called? I lost it when I was pulling up the picture. Hold
Oh,
on.
my bad.
It's okay. It's just quick. Firearms owner's identification card, which is a license needed to buy guns. And that's what he helped him with in 2019. He was 19, just 2 months after the incident when the police were called. But like you said, they didn't find anything. But guess what? They confiscated 16 knives from him after he threatened to kill everyone. 16. Why do you need 16 knives as a teenager? He was not arrested. And the cops ended up giving him back the knives 2 weeks later. So now, fast forward, he's 21 years old and posted all these videos, filled with violence and fantasies of mass shootings. He called himself the Awake the Rapper. So he was a rapper and he had millions of views on one of his pages. So I mean, I don't want to hear, oh, mental illness, da, da, da. You know what? You can get counseling in the pokey.
Well, when I seen the picture, I was like, and I think I texted to you. I said, whoever sold him the weapons needed to be arrested on the spot. Because
But he filed. I mean, he had the proper documentation. How are you going to say he can't get them? Because it's
well,
our
that was before I
constitutional
found out
right.
about that. That was before I found out about it. But I
Yeah.
think at this point, his father know the history of this of his son. Never should have agreed to it.
Mm-mm.
Never should have agreed to allow him to buy it. But then again, he probably was scared of him because the dude already had threatened him before, talking about killing all of them. So the dude
Exactly.
probably,
And so now you want to put a weapon in his hand, make it easier
hell, he
for him.
had 16 knives.
So
So
I'm like, yeah, the family needs to be held accountable for that one as well. Like I know he's 21, but this has been going on,
a
since he was
long
a
time.
teenager. Yeah,
It
we
probably been going on before then,
probably, he
as
probably
a
has some stuff
child.
expunged, you know, like that we don't know about that's sealed. So yeah,
Well, the
I
way I
think
see
once we
it,
go after the families, will I think people start watching their kids more and doing what's right.
yeah, the way I see it, I'm like, look, it seemed like it's happening too often. We hear about this flag at half staff after these mass shootings and stuff like that. And I'm like, at what point will a flag be half staff for an unarmed black man getting killed for carrying a Subway sandwich or
Yeah,
anything? I'm like, enough is enough. Uh,
remember,
uh,
we're always going to be considered the villains and criminals and all this, even though history dictates that's false. These are just propagandas to keep, because again, they have to be up here and somebody's got to be at the bottom, and this is easy, to hate and to identify. So things just need to change.
exactly. Radio said people he went to school with said they were not surprised it was him. So
Yeah,
it been signs out there
of
for a
course.
while.
This doesn't just spring up overnight.
And then he confessed, said, yeah, I did it. And he was planning on doing another one.
Oh yeah, there was a part two.
He drove to um another part of Illinois to do another one. But he had a change of heart. I don't think it was a change of heart. His ass just got caught before he got there. That's all that was. And here's the picture that I sent you was the picture I did on a Instagram when I had him and Jayland Walker side by side.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay,
Was
they
it on
both was wrong.
Instagram?
Yeah, it was on Instagram because you liked it. Um,
Like I just blindly like stuff. Just
and you know what's funny? When I put stuff out like this, I don't get that many likes and views about it,
Of course not.
comments.
You're radical.
But you let me put. I did something about a month ago, maybe longer than that. Uh, where this young lady went to a nail shop and the shop attacked her. It was a while back. I'm still getting comments and messages about it. And let me see. That particular video have been shown over 6,000 times, been watched over 6,000 times. 355 likes, 103 share, 55 saves, 29 comments. But when you talk about getting out and vote and stuff like that, it's like 15 likes, one comment, and that's it. And I'm like, okay, but people had a priority wrong. And some people had a priority wrong. We need to expose this. Enough people is not talking about it. Then when it happens to someone close to them, that's when they want to talk about it. That could have been prevented. Possibly could have been prevented if you exposed it ahead of time. So, um, so that's sorry for the families, um, but something need to change. Something need to change. Maybe what we need to do, instead of just handing out for the states that still have to hand out permits, maybe they need to have a 40-hour training. That
I
give
still
them.
think it all boils down to better health care and mental health,
It
because a
does.
lot of these kooky birds are getting these weapons and they don't know how to deal with their feelings. It's like you got murder suicides. It's like and people getting jealous over minute things. Like their level of rage and anger does not match what they're angry about. Like it does. Like you step on my shoe, I shoot you in the head. That's not a rational reaction to certain situations. Like they need to learn how to deal with their emotions and how to handle certain situations, and that's the problem.
Well, when I say a 40-hour course, you're in this course, but also you have a counselor in this course with you. You don't know who is a counselor in there or who the counselor is, but you asking information, the instructor is talking, and based upon some of the questions some of the people have, that counselor give their professional opinion about it.
But see, the thing about that, you can't really. Sometimes you can't really assess somebody in, you know, one day or a week,
Well,
and make a fair assessment.
yeah, do
But
a 6 month
again,
class.
I
I don't care.
think I think that if there's a history of something,
Yeah,
that should be in like the record somewhere that they can evaluate and
yeah.
say, you know what, I don't know, we may need to do something extra with you guys. Put you on a 30-day something. You and just have some counseling and figure out why you need the gun. And does it really benefit you to have it or something? I don't know, but there should be an evaluation for people with questionable backgrounds.
Yeah, exactly. So, man, another mass shoot. And you mentioned there was one more somewhere else or so. Oh, in Baltimore, wasn't it? Fourth of
I don't
July.
remember. I didn't see the
I
story.
haven't I haven't had a chance to read it, but I believe it was Baltimore. Um, then also talking about mental health. I'm gonna say this because I did not plan on saying it, but mental health is serious. We need help because I seen a video. Was it last night or the night before? Video. Now I cannot even imagine this. Why go to a service station that have gas and you're not just popping fireworks at this service station? you're targeting folks with fireworks. And we say all the time, the news always get the person that's going to make us look worse to interview. This guy the whole time smiling, and then finally he said, well, nobody got hurt, nobody got killed. But what you don't realize, or you don't want to realize, and you think it's a game, don't realize it's gas out there. If one of those fireworks, somebody weighs some gas on the ground, it's over.
I mean, I guess it's already high.
You
And
ain't
you do
bullshit.
something to jeopardize that, like children.
I don't understand why you do it. And then somebody decided to pull out a gun and shoot up in the air. I'm like, I don't understand it. We need programs that can try to get folks back on track. Need counseling, mental health counseling. That just don't add up right for me. Because why? Why would you want to take fireworks to a service station and pop them at a service station? Not only pop them, but point them at people.
Yeah, but and then also me, like I'm not even gonna like I've never busted a tire with a knife because I'm afraid that it would actually explode in my face. Now, the fact that they are doing that, I would think the whole area would explode because I watch a lot of action movies. Like you don't know where where
Cut
the
off valve.
yeah, where the tanks are underground, it could, set off a chain reaction, and then here you are looking stupid for the gram,
Well, the
all
thing
burnt
is,
up.
not only that, it only take a drop of gas to where somebody pulling
The
a tank
fumes
out
can
there.
light up. The
Exactly.
fumes.
So I'm like, really? And then there was some policemen that was in the area, but they said they was outnumbered. It wasn't too much they could do, which they investigating, trying to see if they told them to disperse, and they trying to figure it out. So I don't know. Now, not joking, 777. Thank you for joining the show. That is your opinion. That's your opinion. Everybody is welcome here, but
Thug or
that's your
not, he was
opinion.
an unarmed man.
He was unarmed at
He
the
got
time.
riddled with bullets. And we've talked about these stories before where people were riddled with bullets. But then you have like the Robert, was it Crimo, who actually had weapons that and was shooting up people, taken in with little to no force. Like I'm curious to know if he got McDonald's or a Frosty or something, because they got the strawberry Frosties at Wendy's now for the summers. They probably gave him one after he done shot up some people. We don't get that same treatment. Like we're just seen as animals because that's what the media presents us as. And then they always want to say, oh, well, all this black on black crime. Well, what about white on white crime? People kill what they know, what they're used to, the environment they're in. So, yeah, black people are going to be more involved with the black culture, and white people are going to be more involved with the white culture. But not, it's more white people in the world or non-blacks in the world. And they committed just as much crime as the next person. People are just evil, and it has nothing to do with race.
Exactly.
So, we need to get over that old school propaganda mentality saying that, oh, it's all black people are animals and should be treated as such. No, we're people.
We're human
And,
beings.
if you look online, I mean, y'all the ones shooting up the place, not us. Because we would have done
Exactly.
something a long time ago with all our, oh, we were bullied. Yeah, well, we had to drink from different fountains. Yeah, we couldn't go
Same
to
water
the
coming out the same ground.
right. Matter of fact, like My great granny was nursing your grandpappy, but I couldn't drink from your fountain or use your restroom, but you sucking on my boobies because we got
Hello,
diseases. But you know,
hello.
one plus
That milk
one
tastes.
don't know.
eh, eh,
Like it ain't adding up. Carry
It's a
one.
different. Chocolate milk is better than buttermilk.
You know, like it's just crazy. And I think we did a story on that, and there was a story reason behind that too. But no,
Let me see.
it's like it's stupid. It's like all these propagandas, but the only thing that's is like for some reason all the stereotypes and the negative views for our group of people stuck, and it's ingrained in the DNA. And everybody's like, "Oh, but slavery was so long ago. Nobody's alive, since then." Jim Crow, your grandparents were alive during that, or parents. They remember segregation. The residual effects are still here. Clearly, I mean, the fact that some man takes off running and is riddled with bullets. Like everybody on the force had to take a shot.
Now,
They shot 90 rounds and 60 hit him.
now, what sense did that make?
Like none. Like he did not have a weapon. And like this one, Jayland saying he was a thug. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of white
Not
thugs.
joking. 777. That's what
Right.
he said.
Oh, my bad. Oh, sorry. I'm reading it.
Hello.
But yeah, and it's like but your character has nothing to do with, whether or not you get killed. That's not a death sentence, because there are lots of people who are a-holes or doing things they shouldn't do, but it's not a life sentence. You shouldn't be sentenced to death for that. Take them down, tase them, whatever. But the fact that they always use deadly force when it comes to people who are darker than the paper bag.
Well, the thing is, if they back away from the donuts, they probably could have caught him. Um,
I mean, but I don't know how many people were out there. The fact that they landed that many rounds
I
on one
think.
person.
Hold on, let me see, because it was a lot of cops there.
Yeah,
It
like
wasn't just
everybody on
like
the
one or
force
two.
had taken a turn, and I'm like, I'm sure after like a couple of shots, he was down. So it's like I mean, because they shot him in the back first, right? He turns, and then they just like let him up, like, oh, like really, and no weapon. So where's the threat? There is no threat. Like
Yeah,
all of
yeah.
them need to be fired.
I forgot how many.
I mean, it's more. I mean, because how many bullets are in a service pistol?
Normally
Like
it's
20.
16 to 18.
All right,
Depends on
and
what kind it is.
so
So
yeah,
it
so I mean, at least 5 officers, maybe 6. I don't know. I'm no mathematician,
well, the thing is,
but
it was
90 bullets is excessive for somebody that's not shooting back. It's not a gunfight
no, it's not. And it's not justified.
at
That's
all.
why the coroner immediately said it was murder. Now
Yep.
we just need the charges to add up to what he said.
Hmm.
It was murder. And the thing is,
And I don't
running.
want to see them talking about, well, when he was 15, he had marijuana charges. No, that has nothing to do with the price of tea in China. Like, no, I don't want to hear that.
Um, and then on top, I cannot find out how many cops it was. If someone know, please put it in the chat. I think it was like between 10 or 12 cops or something. But think about it. 30 plus bullets did not hit him.
Yeah,
Where
because
did
there was
those 30
90
plus bullets,
there were 90 rounds that was, or shots that were fired.
over 90
60
that
hit him.
I'm like, hey, it don't make sense. They had no other choice but to find this man guilty and sentence him to life, to the death penalty. That's
And this
exactly
is
what
what
they
gets
did.
me. Like, everybody's always like, well, he shouldn't have ran. He should have resisted. look at the history of cops when it comes to minorities. Like, we have PTSD. Like, I'm not a criminal, but guess what? I'm gonna get nervous if all of a sudden I'm surrounded by cops. Guess what? I'm gonna start weighing my options. I'm not gonna let you
Exactly.
manhandle me. You touch me unjustified, and I'm gonna strike back because ultimately you're a man with a badge. You're not above the law. You're here to maintain the laws and regulate, help maintain it, but you're not above the law.
There
Like,
was another.
you can't assault
an-
people.
It was another video I sent you. Well, it was a story I sent you, and I'm trying to see because the thing is, when it come down to stuff like this, it's really unnecessary, very unnecessary to even go through it. Um, uh, about the brother that was found hung at the playground. And I cannot think of his name. Um, he was at a, when I don't even think he was reported missing. He was just found in the park, hung
In
on
Pennsylvania.
a monkey bars. Now take it, this brother was over 6 feet tall. His legs was touching the ground, and luckily for the family, they was able to get there before they removed the body.
Is
It
this
was
the one in Pennsylvania where they said they think he was suicide? Because
Yeah, they said it was
Dante Jones.
suicide. Yeah, I believe that's it. Dante Jones. Yeah, uh, I believe that's it. But they basically said uh, it was a suicide. Immediately said it was a suicide, but
Army veteran.
and I believe he just passed his test to start driving trucks, if I'm not mistaken, and it just don't add up. It don't add up. But right after they hurry up and cleared the scene,
Of course, because I
but
mean
they
that
can
looks
have it.
bad. Because lynching was so long ago that they don't happen now.
But then 2 hours later, they had an event at the same park. Had an event at the same park 2 hours after he was found. Now the police chief, the last time I read it, the police chief came out and said they will do a full investigation of what happened.
I need the definition of full investigation because we've heard that before.
Yeah, yeah. And while we talking about police killing, I got an alert earlier said Derek Chavez was sentenced to 20 years, I guess, for the hate crime charge or the other charge against him.
Hmm.
Um, which he should get life. And I hope they don't run together. I hope they do not run together.
I don't care how they
Um,
run, as long as he just stays in there and doesn't make it out. Because
they need to make a
the prison justice system, I'm rooting for them.
they need to make a video like they did with R. Kelly. I don't see nothing wrong.
Say his name, George,
Um, but hey,
or kneel on
we're
his neck.
exactly. Oh, yeah, yeah. We're gonna stop because I'm. You bringing up a lot of different stories I read this past couple of weeks, and I'm like, look, too much is going on. Treat everybody with respect, kind of like I'm gonna say this, then we're gonna get up off here. The fool, I believe it was in California. I may be wrong. That he did not want a guy to pass him on the road where they both stopped at a light and this fool shot 16 shots. 16 shots out of his truck window trying to kill this guy because he
See,
did not
again,
want him to
punishment
get in front of him.
doesn't fit the crime. Like, people don't know how to handle these stressors. Like, it's extreme. Being cut off or stopping short doesn't warrant a bullet to the head.
Yeah, and I'm like, this is crazy. And then now the guy, luckily the guy's gonna be okay. He was shot, but he's a musician. And radio, I know you can relate to musician. If you're a musician, you can't perform, you can't make money. You got to take care of your family. So uh that's crazy. But other than that, look, I don't know about y'all, but here in Texas, it's hell hot.
Well, we gonna get a little cool front. It's gonna be 90.
Shit, I ain't seen nothing 90s. Maybe it's gonna be next week or
It's yeah,
sometime.
it's
But
next week. It's like at the end of the week, it's gonna be like get up to what 105 and then drop to 90, and then we're gonna be back up again. And then there's some
oh,
rain
that's when it get
forecast
dark.
predicted, 10 to 20%.
Uh, that's see, radio. I don't like you right now.
I know, just rub it in.
That's what I'm saying. Just rub it in.
That's
Just
why you got
rub
moose running around everywhere.
it. Moose, Moose come up to the window and talking about, hey, you gonna share that? Can I get one of those cold ones? Um, Shout out to all aboard. Um, I did reach out to her because we did go to her town and she wasn't nowhere to be found. But um, she was like, yeah, if y'all come to Miami, we're going to have a good time. But she's on vacation. I'm like, hey, enjoy it. Next time, because we will be back
It's that
sometime
time of the
soon.
year.
Next
August
time.
5th can't come fast enough. I'm ready.
Oh, so you have less than a month.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's
Where
something
we
like
at?
that.
Well, 2
Well,
days less than a month.
yeah.
Yeah. And so that's good. I know y'all
Get
gonna
my
have a good.
hair braided, black girl and her braids. Black girl and her braids. Can't wait.
And we had a wonderful time in Miami. We only spent one night there. Um, it was great. It was great. I did try this, and I'm not gonna say the name of it. I did try this dish. We tried some local stuff, which was great, and I cannot remember the name of the local stuff. It was something, but it was great. Um, but then at our hotel, they had this restaurant there, and I was like, you know what? I just want to try it, and I spent probably like 20 something dollars for this dish. It was a jerk chicken mac and cheese. Yeah, it
But then again, I
sounded
don't like mac and cheese, so
no, it sounded good. They had different type,
yeah.
but it was so rich. I think I ate less than half of it, and I said, "Boy, housekeeping." It was a. I'm gonna send you the picture where you can see it, and then we're gonna get off here. Um, but I said, "Boy, it sounded good, and it's supposed to be well known." But I was like, I tried it. I don't need to get it again.
You
I did.
survived.
I did it that time, and I said, "Yeah, this not gonna be good." Uh, did I delete the picture? Was it that bad? But anyway, uh,
You flushed it with in the toilet.
I I I guess I did because I don't see it. Oh, maybe.
Yeah, you'll find
Uh,
it and send it to me after.
Yeah, that's what I do. Um, but anyway, Miss Risky,
Yes.
let the people know where they can find you at.
In the streets, not really because it's too hot to outside, but just find me on social media at RSKEE. I've been doing more TikTok videos. I think the last one is hilarious. Instagram, I live on Instagram. If you want to send me a message or story idea, send it to RSKEE at Yahoo.
There you go. Well, you can find me at hopefully back on a cruise pretty soon. Oh, my bad. I'm wishful thinking. Um, but you can find me on social media also. Um, say
See, there you go again.
we
Aggravating.
might have to block him for 1 minute.
I know.
1 minute. But no, you can find me on social media. Uh, Instagram is better for the simple fact that um I'm on there quite a bit. But TikTok, I need to get back on there again. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been a while.
Did you see my latest one?
I seen I seen the when you tagged me in it, but unfortunately I haven't seen it yet
Okay.
because and I'm gonna tell you why. I haven't seen it for the simple fact that um I've been I've been trying to recover, trying to get back into the swing of working and it's hot. Trying to get back to the swing of working and everything. So after being off
Yeah.
and
But
I'm like,
viewers, listeners, whatever, go on there, RSKEE, TikTok, check it out. Let me know what you think.
and also if someone is looking for trying to uh, go on a trip, or if you want to know more information about my cruise, send me a message. I will tell you more into details about it. And who knows? You might see me back on a cruise with you, chilling. So uh other than that, we love each and every one of you, and I can't find this picture. That's where I keep looking down for. Uh but we love each and every one of you until next time. Um we're gonna let radio in the 68-degree weather have it. Just bottle it up and send it to me because
Mhm.
I'm ready
Along
for
with some maple syrup. I'm out.
it. uh, but we love each and every one of you. Until next time, um, stay safe. Stay safe. My microphone been working good all day, and then get to the end, it just want to mess up. Stay safe out there, especially in Texas. If it's hot, stay hydrated. Drink plenty of fluid, mainly water. Definitely drink it. Um, be safe. COVID is still real. COVID is still real. I read the other day there's a new variant in China right now, and I think they back on lockdown again. So it's real. Don't let your guard down. Matter of fact, someone sent me a text about ordering more COVID tests. I just did that earlier. So uh other than that, stay safe, be blessed. Until next time, we love each and every one of you.